know, and then we're more than happy to cover any information that you might need. Okay, so I guess we can get started now. So I just want to quickly introduce myself. My name is Seraphin. I am the customer success at Blue. So every week our Blue team would host this weekly webinars on Thursday. It really depends on the timing. Sometimes we do Asia time zone. Sometimes we also do North America time zone. So at the moment, it's currently 12 a.m. on my end. So it's middle of the night, but I just want to showcase some of this use case and some of the feature that might help our Blue user as well. This webinar is also recorded. You can also watch this on our YouTube channel, which is you can just type in Blue Teamwork and you'll be able to access this recorded versions of the webinars as well. So this week's topic is going to be like on the screen, it's going to be about Blue graphic designs. For designers that's doing a lot of like freelance work, or if you're working in the company and your company is using Blue. So I just want to showcase you some of the feature that might help enhances your workflow better as well. So let me just quickly turn off my video just to have a better connection, and also just to remove this section here so it doesn't disturb during the recording version as well. So let me stop my video now. Okay, so let me quickly share my full screen as well, the blue screen. Okay, so once you're logged in onto Blue, you can actually see the recent projects that you've accessed before, and you can also see your companies. If you're new to Blue, this might be just a little bit confusing, whereas like companies and projects. But how Blue works is that Blue works based on companies, and then within those companies, you can create as many projects as you want. We don't have a limit to creating projects on Blue, so you can actually create as many projects as you want, and you can also group it into folders for yourself to keep everything more organized as well. So as you can see here, I have companies, and then I also have recent projects. So within those companies, as you can see, I might have a lot of companies here. So I have like about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our initial Blue company is only just Blue and Matt, but the rest of the company are a customer that invited me onto their project to actually help and see if there's any features error or any feature that they might need help with. I'll go in and try to help as much as I can. And then we also have the recent projects where these are all the projects that I've recently accessed to, where I can just quickly jump in and click on, like, for example, rebranding. And this will take me to the Blue company. And if you recently were in a different company and in a different project, that will also show you those recent projects as well. And this would quickly take me onto that project right away. So that just save you just a bit of time just to access everything a lot quicker. So let's go back to the homepage, which is the dashboard of Blue, where you can see like the recent activities, and then you can also see recent active people. Just a quick note, I'm just gonna walk you through all of the features on Blue. Like for example, home, activity, to-dos, calendars, and then I'll jump into client onboardings to projects, and then also specifically get into graphic designers as well. So our timing this week is going to be about 30 to 45 minutes or so. It depends on also the Q&A sessions as well. Okay, so back to the homepage, sorry. We have recent activities. So as you can see here, there's like recent activities that been created on Blue. So like new to do, new comments, new images upload. I can quickly see this on the recent activity as well. Hi, thank you for joining in this week's webinars. And then we also have recent active people. As you can see here, these are all of the people that's currently active. If you see the green dot here, you'll be able to see if they're online or not. Hi, hello from Argentina. I'm currently based in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Thank you for joining in. And then we also reminds you for any to-do that is overdue as well. So Let's say if there's a to-do that has a due date and it's overdue, and you don't want to go into my to-do and just go through all of the to-dos that is overdue, you can quickly see everything here in the overdue section here, and then you can click on it, the view section. And this will lead you to all of the to-do that been assigned to you. So this is what I check almost every single day. Not necessarily some of the overdue. These are like a lot of the test things that I do, but sometimes like I have like to-dos due today or anything like that. I can just quickly come in and see if there's anything that I need to prioritize. So a lot of this thing just really helps you prioritize your workflow a lot better. So like just for example, you want to have a structured day, and then you want to see like, oh, what's due, what's coming up, or what's due today, or what is overdue. So you can quickly just prioritize your workflow and just tackle those that are overdue, so that you can quickly remove all those tasks step by steps. And within my to-do, you also have my checklist items. So my checklist item is actually quite important for a bigger project. So for example, if there's a to-do that is a larger to-do and you want to break those down into checklist items, and at Blue, my checklist item works almost like a subtask where you can actually assign the checklist item, and you can also set a due date as well. And then you can also sync this to your personal calendar, where you click on sync calendar and you just copy the URL like so. And then once you get into Google Calendar, there's an option to say add URL, and then you'll be able to paste this onto the Google Calendar or Outlook or your iCalendar as well. And that way you have all of your to-dos sync with your personal calendar. And then you have this company page. Some might find this a bit confusing when it comes to this company one, and then you also find this in the calendar view on the project. So this calendar view is a company-wide calendar. So all of these to-dos comes from all of these 34 projects that has a due date. So any due dates within this projects, so any to-do within this project that has a due date will actually shows up here. So you can quickly see your tasks in a month, I would say. You can also filter it by assignees as well. So I want to see only the tasks that have been assigned to me. So I can just go in here and quickly click on this. And then I can see all of the projects all of the to-dos from these projects that have been assigned to me. A great tips on this is that if you want to see your team members' tasks, let's say I want to see Tara's task. I click on his name here, and then I can see all the tasks that have been assigned to him from all of these projects if I'm a part of the project. So let me just quickly clear that up. So if me and my team member, Tara here, is in the same project and I want to see what his tasks are, I can quickly filter everything out, everyone out, and just see his tasks as well. And then this way I will be able to see what are the works that he's been doing. So I don't have to go into individual project to see his tasks. I can just quickly come in here and see the tasks that have been assigned to him. You can also filter it by projects as well. So let's say if you want to see only Blue AQ, and then let's say let's do sales CRM or something like that. You can also filter it by projects. You can filter it out by tags as well, anything that's you find important. So like a lot of people likes to have like priority tags, so that way you can filter everything out by tags as well, or by due date. So filter works great if you use it well, honestly. You can filter everything out and then just see what that person's doing, each task that's going on, or like within this calendar, you can filter out by due dates as well, by weekly or by monthly, anything like that. So I encourage everyone to start using the filter option as well. Okay, moving on from calendar, we have projects. So again, you can create as many projects as you want on Blue. There's no limit to creating projects. As you can see, why I have like 34 projects. A lot of them are for our webinars project, as you can see here. I create a folder for this just so I don't have to see something like this, right? Blue, and then demo. This can be quite a lot if I don't have folders. So with folders, I can quickly organize everything for myself. Unfortunately, folder is not a company-wide things. So you're the only one that can access the folder that you've created. So I create folder for webinars, and to create folder, you just click on click button and then click new folders, and then a new folder will pop up. You can just name it, let's say design, something like that. And then you can just drag it and drop it to the design folder. You can also change the name if you like, or change the color like that. So that's just how folders work. Now let's jump into one of the projects that we really want to focus on today. So this is the project that I built, like a mock project for this webinars. So I call this project rebranding. You can always change the name of the project here at your project description. So let's say you invite your clients onto this project. So what's important is that once you invite your client onto this project, they'll be able to see the project detail, but they won't have access to edit this. So let me just quickly do this. Client won't be able to to access the edit project, but they can see project detail. So anything you type here, clients will see, but they won't have the ability to edit it. Clients also don't have the ability to delete tasks, like other people's tasks, or create new project. Something like that, right? These are just descriptions that you would want any team members who's on the project, they can quickly jump in here and see the project details. Sometimes you might have like rules for the project. Sometimes you might have like the project details so that your client can see what's going on, or like can see the description of the project as well. So they don't, once they invite it onto the project, it's not like a blank space and they don't really know what's going on. So with this, you can direct them to, hey, let's click on project detail, and they'll be able to see the rules, how to use Blue. This is something that I really encourage you to add into the project description, where you can do like, let's do this, and how to use Blue. And then you can quickly give some of the details that you find helpful for your client. Sorry. So any information that you find very helpful for your clients, I encourage you to use the project detail. So let's say how to use Blue, click on the plus sign to add task. Something like that. So this way your clients will be able to know what's going on. They'll know exactly how to use Blue right away without without having to read the Blue guide or anything. They can just read the project descriptions. And you can access that here again. And then you would want to invite your clients onto the project. So how to invite your client in is you can just click on add people. So as you can see here, I already have one clients onto this project. Click add people, click client, and then you can enter their email. So let me just use one of my email, add like that. And this is what it says now. Until they accept the invitations, they will be a part of the company. At the moment, they are not a part of the company yet, so you'll be able to keep track of this as well. So in case your clients say that, oh, I'm not able to see the email, you can always just resend it, and then they'll be able to accept the invitations from there. And once they accept the invitations, they'll need to create an account on Blue, and then they'll be able to access the project that you invited them on. So which would be this project. They won't have access to any of these projects, only the project that you invited them to, and they don't have the ability to create new project either. So that's just how client works on Blue. So back to this board and back to this project. Once you invited your clients in, as you can see, I already have everything set up, but again, you can always just create everything from scratch. And once you create everything from scratch, and once you're happy with the project, once you're happy with everything, with the tags, with the custom field, anything like that, you can always just copy the project and it's just changed the name. And then you can choose what to be copied across. So sometimes you don't want assignees or like people, so you don't want to invite your clients onto the project. So copy project is basically just a duplicate of this entire project into an entirely new project. You can pick and choose what needs to be copied across. Sometimes I don't want the comments in, nor status update or discussions as well. So that way I can just quickly click on copy project. And then as you can see, rebranding copied across. Everything is copied across, the checklist, the custom field as well. So I don't have to create this custom field from scratch. Another way to do this is also use a template. Convert this to a template. Once you convert it to a template, you'll be able to access it when you create new projects. And you can also access it under this template section here. And then go back to the board view, sorry. You can also access it here once you've turned your project into a template. You'll be able to access it through here and any changes you made. So let's say if you remove any list or if you delete any of the to-do here, it will appear onto the project, onto the new project that you create using that template. So if you go to new project, use a template, blue template, and you use the project that you just made the changes to, it will automatically update that as well. So again, any new changes within the template will apply into the new project that you create. Let's go back to the project. Now that we've gone through convert to template, copy, you can always archive this project once you're done. I need to actually do this with all of my webinars projects just so that I don't have everything cluttered around here, but with folder works well as well. So that's why I've been just keeping it under the projects tab instead of archiving my projects. And when once you're done, you always have the ability to import and export as CSV. You can always download it as a CSV template if you want to use this board to your Excel, or if you just want to just save your data outside of Blue, you can always just export CSV. And all the information will be export, and you can always view that under Excel or spreadsheet or numbers, but you can definitely import it back onto Blue if you need to. So that's just how import and export work. Okay, now we're back into the board view again. So this is the board view and it is the default view on Blue. You can always switch it to calendar view as well. If you have due dates, all of the to-dos will appear here. But since I don't have any due dates on any of these to-do, which is why it doesn't appear at the moment. I also have database view. Database view shows all of the custom fields here as well, and then all of to-dos title. I will actually show you on how to group everything and how to work on a database view in a more efficient way as well. We also have the list view right here, and then we also have the map view. So generally map view, you would want to use it when you work a lot with like location. So let's say if you have a client meets in a certain location, you want to pin that as well, just so that you can have it saved on Blue so that you don't miss it for later, especially when you have like a project that you need to get to. I definitely highly recommend to use the map view option. Now back to the board view. As you can see here, board view, we have lists, we have to-dos, we have multiple lists here. So this is like a Kanban board. So in each progress, so let's say this one is in progress and I want to move this to review. I move this to under review. And this way, any of my management team or like, let's say my clients will be able to see it is under review and they can quickly come in and review those work. So let me just click on one of these, let's say logos. Okay, so this is what we call a to-do at Blue. So to-do is essentially just tasks. So if you're not familiar with their vocab, so to-do is tasks. Checklists are like subtasks as well. Custom field allow you to customize your board, like personalize it. So normally the blue to-do comes only with the title, due dates, assignees, tag. It doesn't come with these like markup, preview, final edits, or like checkbox. So these are what we call custom field. It allows you to personalize your board in your own workflow. So you can add as many custom fields as you want. You can add file custom field. You can add URL, currency, country, single line. So all of these just allows you to customize, and also with custom field, you can actually build form off of custom fields. So every submissions that you receive from form will automatically fill in all of these custom fields. And once you've created a custom field, it will automatically apply to all of the to-dos within this project as well. So not other project, but only within this project, the rebranding project here. So while we're here, I just want to quickly ask if you have any currency in mind that you would like us to add. We're constantly trying to improve and add new currency as we go along. So far, this is what all the currencies that we have. So if you have any currencies that you're using every day from your country, please feel free to let me know, and then I'll report this back to our engineer team to help add the currency that you prefer as well. So please let me know on that. We do also have Bitcoin or Ethereum as well on here. So if you have any suggestions, please feel free to let me know, or you can always just email us if you need to. Okay, so we've gone through custom field, and then also like you can always just set a due dates as well. To here to set a date range like so. You can always assign team members. You can also assign clients onto the task, so that if they need to review a certain work, or if they need to check a certain thing, you can always just assign them to the to-do, so that your clients is aware of this, and then they'll come in quickly and just check, instead of you emailing them, hey, can you check on this specific project, or like this specific team, just quickly assign to them, and then Blue will automatically send them an email and say, hey, you've been assigned into this to do on this task, on this project. You can click on this link here to check that out. So that is what the message will be for the clients. So with a custom field I add for this is mockup preview. So in graphic designs, a lot of things, we work a lot with like graphic artwork. So a lot of things are like mockup or preview, and then we have like final edits. I like to add a checkbox custom field here just to like check and like for the client to approve the artwork or not. So that I find that very helpful when you work with clients, just so that they can quickly approve everything. And then also description as well. Again, you can always add like add copy, something like that onto that. And then again, with the to-do checklist, you can always add new checklist, and let's say add copy, something like that. And then you can always assign it to team members. And then you can set a due date even. And this way they'll be able to see in their myTodo, and then they'll also get like a quick notifications on that as well. So that's just how to-do work, and everything here is everything locked. So as you can see here, I click on approve too many times. So I was like check, uncheck, so everything is locked. We like to build everything based on transparency, so that way everyone is aware of what's going on. Comment only, activity only, where you can just filter everything out as well. And then also with the checklist item, I actually have another things to show, design links. So checklist item also work with links as well. So if you have multiple links, especially with graphic designer, you might have a lot of different links for like inspo or like the design as well. So at Blue, we actually use Figma. It's a design tool. It's almost equivalent to Adobe. So if you click on the link here, sorry, hold on, let me share you my full screen actually. Okay, now it's loading Figma. I just click on the link, which is why it's loading like that. As you can see here, the clients can quickly jump in here and review those graphics as well from here. So let me just, hold on. So like that, they can quickly design, add any comments on Figma, but I'm not gonna go a lot on Figma because this is more on like the Figma project. And let me just close that quickly. Okay, now that we're back onto Blue, I just want to share with you how links work on Blue as well, on checklist items, sorry. And then you can always add custom field links, but with the checklist items, I would say that you can add more link into one of the checklist items. So let's say you have multiple links, you don't really want to create multiple custom field for links. I would highly suggest to use the checklist just to add those links so that it's a lot more cleaner as well. So you don't have like hundreds and hundreds or like 5 or 6 of URL custom field. And then while we're on the to-do, I want to share with you one of the feature that we recently released to beta, which is the snooze or like the remind me. So I'm not sure if a lot of you have already tested this out, but this is a new feature that we recently released, and what this does is it reminds you of the to do for like later or like tomorrow, this week, next week. This is something that we use a lot with Google. So if you have like a certain email where you need to get back to, you click to like remind you for tomorrow or like remind you for this week, or like pick a date to remind you where that day is the day that you go through email. So it works the same like that with Blue. So let's say you have a certain work like logos, and you want to you already assigned your clients onto this to do, and then you want to follow up with them just in case that they forget to check it or anything. So you click on remind me, and then let's do next week. Hold on. Let's do next week, which is Monday 8 a.m. So by Monday 30th 8 a.m. This to do will remind me through my emails. On default it is on email, but you can definitely turn that off. Remind you on the notifications, and then also this way you'll be able to come back to this to do and check to see um if you would like to follow up with this client. I have a quick question here. Yes, I have a few updates on those. I will quickly go through that once we add the Q&A session. I'll definitely go back to this question as well. Thank you so much for the follow-up. And then we have like you can always just delete it as well. You can always come back and remind yourself again. So this reminder is only to remind yourself. It's not to remind other team members. So that is one of the new feature that I highly suggest everyone using. It is currently on beta. So what you do is you go to hold on, app.blue.io. And then you just use your usual login, and then you'll be able to access this remind me feature. And then if on this button here, you can also do repeating to do, move the to do to different projects as well, or copy the to do to different projects as well. Repeating to do is just once you click on repeating to do, you'll be able, this to do will automatically repeat on like the daily, weekly, or any month, any date that you've selected as well. So let's say if you have like a website maintenance, you want to check on that every month. So you click on repeat every month and then click save. So every month on the day that I've set this one. So every month, monthly on this 27th, this to do will automatically renew or like create. There will be a new to do created under the ideal list. So that's just a few things that you can do with to do. And once you're done with everything, you can always just move it to another list. So let's do to the done list. And as you can see here, it automatically marked it as complete because I've set an automation for this. So to set an automation, you just go to the lit robot here. And the automation that I've set for that is when you move to do to the done list, you mark it as complete and remove the due date. So let me just share. Okay. So when you move to do to the done list, it automatically mark it as complete, and then also remove a due date. So that's just how that one works just now. You can always create as many automation as you want. So let's say when move to another list, let's do under review and then assign someone. So this is when you want to assign your clients or any management team that you would like to review the artwork. So you assign that team members and then click create. And then so when, let's say, add creative is moved to under review, it will automatically assign that person. You can always also, to advance this automation, you can also add a due dates to this as well. So let's go to edit, add action, and then you say change due date. Let's do 3 days. And here is a summary on that. When you move to under review, assign that clients and change due date to 3 days from trigger dates update. So let's see that in action. So add copy, move to under review. It automatically adds a date and also assign net clients or team members to actually review this work. Once they are done, they can always just click approve here, and then you can always come back and see if the artwork is approved or not. A quicker way to do that is to use the database view. So with database, you can see everything, if everything is approved or not, quickly here without having going to the to-do. You can always just see everything at a glance on this section here. And like I mentioned earlier, I will show you how to group this. So as you can see, everything is a lot messy here. The list is not in order. So to do that, you can always just sort it. Or you can use the group section where you can click on the list and drag it to the top here, and then you'll be able to organize everything. As you can see, this is by order, ideas, backlog. Unfortunately, this one is not in order. I'm not sure why that is happening, but I'll check on that with our team as well. It shouldn't be like this. But yeah, so this is how you would group everything. And then from here, what I like to do is I like to pin it to the left, like so, and then it looks like the Excel. And then as you can see here, I have like file custom field here where I can quickly preview the file as well. So if I click on one of these, click on here, I can see the ad quickly on this section as well. I can also assign team member quickly on the database view, add different tags as well. I can resize it or reorder it according to the way I want to see this. So it's much more personalized and customized on how you would use Blue. So I highly recommend to play around with database view and see like the workflow that works best for you as well. So speaking of file, I want to share with you another new features that we have on Blue is file folders. So this is very exciting. It is something that I've been looking forward to as well. So if you right click on your computer, you'll be able to create new folders. And then let's say add copies like that. And then you'll be able to drag it onto the project. And how to drag everything in bulk is to just hold command or hold control if you're on window. Click on here, click everything like this, and then you can drag it to this section here, like so. And you can also create folders within folders. So this is, I click on the add copy folders and I click on new folder again. And let's say test, something like that. And you can always just move it into more folders. You can create as many folders as you want, especially when it comes to graphic design. I know a lot of people work a lot in batches, so this way it's a lot more helpful and it's a lot more organized for everyone to see everything in the file section. You can always just switch it to the list view as well, and then you can see the file size. Another way is that if you click on this section here and you click on the detail panel, you'll be able to see the detail, like who's the owner, who's the one that uploaded, the file size, the image type. You can also download or delete in this detail panel here. Or if you click on the right click, you can preview it like so, or you can locate it. sorry, I find this one quite helpful, where you can locate the file, go back to file. You can also download or move it to any folders you would like as well. Move it to test, and now we go to test. We'll see the one that recently moved in just now. So that's just how file folder works. You can create as many folders as you want again. And then let's do webinars like that. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so that's just how folder works. We're open for a lot of feedback. So if you have any feedbacks on the folder, please feel free to let us know. We're more than happy to report this back to our team members as well on the feedbacks on files. So we're trying to improve this and help and make it as easy for you as much as we can. You can also search the file as well from here. So that's just how file folders work. Please again, let us know if there's any feedback on this folder, if you find it helpful, or if you think that there's need to be improvement on this. Please feel free to let us know as well. You can always customize it again, change color, rename it. It works almost like the project folder, but this time everyone within this project have the ability to access this folder as well. So moving on from files, I have a quick question. Thank you so much. Yes, this folder, I know you've been waiting for this as well, so I really hope you find it very useful for you and your team. So now I just want to quickly go through forms. So forms, to create form, you click on create form. Normally I already have a build on form, but this time I want to create everything from scratch. So let's do create form. And you can see my workflow through here as well. And then I just want to give it a title. So let's do feedback. So this way you can send this form to your client as well. First thing first, you need to add the to-dos title. So let's say your thoughts, something like that. That's the question. Let us know what you think of the design. Description, and then you can do like let's say improvements, something like that. Things you want to change. And then let's do mock up a preview, or let's do that, and then let's do this inspo, something like that, and then they can paste in the inspiration photo that they would like for this file. And then you can do like the image of the current file. Sorry. Let's do this one. So this is the ad copy that you want to share with your clients, like that. And then now you want to click on form entry. So let's do this in ideas. And then you want to assign a team members to tackle on those requests. You can always change the color to any color you like, or your company's color. You can also remove the blue branding as well from here. And now you click on share form, and then you can copy this link and share it off to your client. Your client can share it off to the team members to further review instead of, so let's say your clients only want to be a part of the project, but they don't want the rest of their team to be a part of the project. They can copy this and then share it with their team as well, or you can always embed this to your website, but this can be a different use case for this one. But again, you have the option to embed this onto your website. So if you gather like contact informations, or if you're a freelancer, you can have this form onto your website, and then your clients can fill in their detail like phone numbers, email as well on those forms. So once you copy the form, instead of going to the browser, I'll just click on view form here. For form features, when the form is submitted, can you set up? That is currently not available yet to have the abilities. So when they submit it, it direct them to another page. But this is something that we really want to implement on Blue. And another thing that we want to implement is to edit the receive message. So I'm just going to share with you quickly, and then I'll show you what we would like to do in the future for this. So as you can see here, we have like feedback. We can see the image of that, and then let's say your thought. Maybe let's do image not aligned, and let's do change image, something like that. Inspo, and then I can do like one of these, and then when the other person click on submit, as you can see here, it says your submission has been received, but we want to have the ability to edit this this message. So if you have if you think that might be helpful, please let me know as well. I'll definitely share with the team. Hi, Kimberly. Oh, no worries at all. You can always rewatch this on the recording as well. Thank you so much for joining again. Close that. And yes, so we do have the plan to change the message, but when it comes to redirect to another page, we don't have that in plan yet, but I'll definitely let the team know about this request as well. So thank you so much, Lorenzo. So that's just how forms work. You can always just turn it off if you don't feel like having the forms on, or if the project or if the task is already expired, or if the graphic is already been fixed or done. You can always just turn off the active as well. So a form can be used in different use cases like survey, contact informations, or let's say this one feedback, or any suggestions, or any reports from if you're in like software developments, anything like that. So I find form is very helpful for when you want to gather information from like different people, or especially from your client. They will be able to quickly fill this in like less than 2 minutes, and then you'll be able to receive um the to-do within this section here. As you can see, image not aligned, automatically assigned within the preferred list that we've selected, and then we can see the image inspo, the descriptions that they like. And if you think that okay, this is something that we can change, you just quickly click on approve on this, and then the other team member can come in and see if this is something that they can work on as well. And they can always just communicate with your team member and say, Serafin, can you update this? Once you mention a team member, they'll be able to receive an email notification if they set that up, and then they'll be able to receive this spell notification here. As you can see here, I received that notification. But since I mentioned myself, I don't see the red dot, but if someone mentioned me, I'll be able to see the red dot here as well. And then to set notification setting, you just go to notification settings. There's one notification setting that is new, which is the to-do reminder. You can always just turn this off if you don't want to. Again, the reminder is just to remind you for when you want to get back into that project. So these are my settings if you would like to see that. When I mentioned I would like that to have on my email or mobile as well. Assign new comments, overdues. Another reminders that we're working on is when to do is when the due date is approaching. So that is something that I know might be very useful for a lot of people. So that's something that we're working on as well for that. And then also, while we're here, I want to ask everyone if there's any languages that you would like to turn Blue into, especially your local language. So just let me know. We recently add a few new languages here. We try to add as many languages as we can, especially every quarter, just so that it is accessible for everyone all over the world. So I highly recommend you to reach out to us if you would like to turn Blue into your local language. And we do offer $500 gift card for using on Blue. So that would be like 1 year free of on the Blue subscriptions as well. So if you would like to turn Blue into your local language, please let me know on that as well. Okay, so I think we've come to an end on this graphic design projects. webinars, I'm just gonna open for Q&A sessions. I'm just gonna go in and quickly answer one of Lorenzo's messages. So it wants to know directly to Publicly connect directly to Blue. Yes, so Publicly connect. You can add triggers onto Blue as well. So currently it's not yet possible for Blue to other apps, but from other app to Blue that is possible. Gantt chart options. So Gantt chart is something that is in development. It is such a huge feature, which is why it takes a bit of time since our team is quite small. We're actually a team of 7. So Gantt chart require a lot of study, and especially with the interface, it can be very tricky. We want to design it so that it can be very, very helpful for everyone else, and it's not confusing because we're trying to keep it as simple as we can. Mass update assigned to do. Yes, so this is also in development actually. So our team is currently working on this. We're hoping to push this to production very, very soon. Oh, no, not sorry, not production, to beta. To test everything out before we push it without any bugs or anything. So as a mask bulk assign. So what it does is basically if you click on here and then you'll be able to bulk assign all of these lists to one team members or unassign them or bulk adding tags or there's a few edits when it comes to bulk design. I'll actually also write a guides on that as well. Form copy into templates and our project. Yes, so this is something that we also been working on as well. I know this is something that been a while, and I know that you've requested it for a while now. So yes, form copy into template is something that we really want to implement as soon as we can, especially onto beta. It is currently also on in development, so sorry about the delay. Yeah, so please send in your Q&A if there's any feature that you would like me to go through again. Um, please let me know. Yes, no worries at all. Thank you so much for following up. This really also encouraged us to also push this well. So thank you so much for following up. So please let me know if there's any features that you would like me to showcase within this webinars. We do have a few new features that coming, like remind to do, and then also file folders as well. We also have YouTube embed on Blue as well. And then there's also just a few things that we're currently working on that is currently on development as well. So once everything is out on beta, we definitely will notify you as well. Another thing is that when you copy, like for example, any field in the custom field, when you do the copy section here, you'll be able to also copy the custom field to it as well. So what we're working on at the moment is improving like activities. So soon you'll be able to filter the activity as well. So that's just a few things that we're working on. So please let me know if there's any feature requests that you have in mind, something that you might find very helpful for you and your team. We're more than happy to showcase that as well. Yeah, so if you have any use case for the webinar, any industry that you want us to look into, we're more than happy to look into those as well. So just please feel free to let me know. If you have any use case suggestions, we're more than happy to showcase that as well. Yeah, you can always get the replay on YouTube. So let me just quickly go on to the YouTube channel. It automatically sent me to the so this is what our YouTube channel is. Just share you the link. Hi, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. So yes, this is where our YouTube channel is. We do have like a few of the webinars replay as well. So please let me know if you have any further questions, anything that you might want to look further into. We're more than happy to showcase that as well. Thank you so much, Lorenzo. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, Mark. Thank you.